Unions are under attack. And a lot of you have been asking me why I'm not talking about what happened at the VA and asking me to please explain it. So I've had to sit with it for a few days and wrap my head around it. I've written out my thoughts and the backstory for those of you that want an explanation, my opinions, and what we can do about it at the end, okay? On August 6th, the Department of Veterans Affairs, specifically VA Secretary Doug Collins, ended collective bargaining agreements with most federal unions. The VA's 377,000 nurses and doctors just lost their union contracts. The VA has approximately 485,000 employees and 80% were in a union. 4,000 police, firefighters, and security guards are exempt from the executive order. They essentially just eliminated their unions, their bargaining rights, their grievances, their arbitration, all of it. Managers have been ordered to basically ignore collective bargaining agreements, statutes, even pending grievances. It also removes whistleblower protections. Union reps and stewards were given until today, August 12th, to clear out their on-site offices. They have to return to their regular jobs. This means managers can go straight to disciplinary action, including termination. It includes 5 unions that have been affected: National Nurses United, National Nurses Organizing Committee, SEIU, NAGE, NFFE, and AFGE, AFL-CIO. Back in March, the current administration signed Executive Order 14251 to end CBAs for agencies dealing with national security measures like intelligence, counterintelligence, and investigative work. The applicable agencies included the Department of Defense, the Department of Energy, Treasury, Department of Justice, Homeland Security, Commerce, Health and Human Services, and the VA. Lawsuits followed. And in April, federal agencies were told by the Office of Personnel Management not to terminate CBAs until the current litigation concludes. That means the VA could have waited. In fact, they previously pledged to wait along with the other agencies. But on August 6th, the VA abruptly canceled all union contracts. Why did they do that? Well, the VA did not cite national security as the reason. VA Secretary Collins instead stated that unions have repeatedly opposed significant bipartisan VA reform and rewarded bad employees for misconduct. Labor unions say it's retaliation for unions successfully fighting the loss of 83,000 jobs and preventing the shutdown of rural VA hospitals. They're saying the agency is turning its back on frontline healthcare workers, many of whom are veterans themselves. They warn that this will degrade working conditions and compromise patient care. The VA has stated that recent cuts are just aimed at improving efficiency and eliminating waste. And interestingly, they claim that this will allow VA staff to spend more time with veterans. Nurses say that without a contract, they will not be able to safely speak up about unsafe conditions. 9 million vets are currently enrolled in the VA health system. This will affect our veterans and result in increased delays in care and reduce mental health services to those that need it most. Many fear this is part of a larger plan to privatize the VA and make veterans pay for the benefits that they've earned. After years of adding medical staff, this year the VA is down over 600 doctors and 1,900 nurses. Reports state that the VA plans to reduce its workforce by 30,000 positions this year through voluntary resignations and retirements. Veterans hospitals are struggling to replace doctors and nurses who have already left the system this year due to current administration's pledge to slash VA staff. And many job applicants are turning down offers worried that the positions just aren't stable. Let's be clear. This silences whistleblowers. It is an unfair labor practice. It is illegal. It is union busting, and it is an attack on the working class. Everyone should be concerned because if they can take away collective bargaining rights from federal employees, it's a slippery slope to taking it away from private sector nurses and doctors and workers. What can you do? Document anything that violates contract procedures. Keep all the paper trails. There is already one case pending, and there will be more unfair labor practices and litigation. Courts can order the contracts to be reinstated and even owe employees back pay with interest. And we need everyone to pressure Congress to support H.R. 2550, Protect America's Workforce Act, which would overturn the executive order and reinstate bargaining rights.